Good evening, everyone. Brian Smith, publisher of Inside the Nights, powered by Fan Nation on Sports Illustrated. And we're going to talk a little bit about game preparation. As Gus Malzahn said, game prep has started for the Knights preparing for Boise State. First up, creating an identity. This begins for me with UCF's offensive line, as all five players have starting experience and all five players have the ability to get the running game going so that Dillon Gabriel can really attack down the field with his accuracy and his deep ball ability. Here's the key with this. UCF must establish who they are right away and do not waste any time. Boise State has a quality defense, but that doesn't matter. You have to be who you are, even if it is a very slow grind and you're only getting 3 yards. Then it's 3.5. Then it's 3.8. Then it's over time, the rock will break. You keep hitting it and hitting it and hitting it and hitting it. That's when the rock will eventually break. Patience. UCF must do that. Again, 5 players that have experience as starters have been on this offensive line and are coming back. Let's see what they can do. They have talent at running back, and then Dillon Gabriel obviously can do things with that. The inside zone, that's the key play. That'll help the RPOs with Dillon Gabriel and getting Jalen and all the different receivers the football, but it starts with the inside zone and the offensive line. Number 2, this is really not a surprise. You have to be able to not just create the identity with the offensive line, but it has to be chemistry. Players have to come together. Are they tackling well? Is special teams operating at a high level? What's the energy level for the team in general? It can't just be haphazard in one area while 2 or 3 of the other areas are going good. I know it's game 1 and there's going to be more errors. It doesn't matter if fall camp was 3 months long. There's no way to game simulate. You have to go through games. Coaches hate it, but it's still true. There's too many scenarios that come up. You don't get redos like you do in practice. With that, how do players react? The running game may be stalling. Maybe it's the pass defense is having communication issues. You have to adjust on the fly. That is preparing for the game. The coaches know this, and they have to find a way to anticipate based on what they've seen in fall camp to allow the players to be successful once errors do occur. And again, I don't care how long you practice, it's going to happen. Finally, if you really look at that particular area, a leader needs to step up beyond somebody like Big Cat or Gabriel. Just a little side point there. Game simulation aside, I think the most interesting thing about the game for me personally will be Gus Malzahn is calling plays. All but a couple of years of his coaching career, he's been the play caller, high school, college, offense coordinator, head coach, etc. But he's never had a quarterback like Gabriel. Never had one quite like that. His accuracy is uncanny. It is different. How often does he put Gabriel in harm's way, meaning rollouts, run option pass, or run pass option, doing different things that he's not really comfortable with doing, but then again, he's still capable of doing because he's a good athlete. Dillon can certainly run. He's going to run more than he did before, probably more than he did the first 2 years combined, but he's your best player and he's not the biggest guy. That balance with the play calling with Malzahn will be fascinating. And then the receiving core is special. So you got to make sure you find a way to get them the ball and spread it around. Those are the things that I'm looking for. And UCF fans should probably look for the same things. The continuity, how the energy is, and all the different players in different positions, no matter the unit, special teams, offense, or defense. That's probably what you should start with. And pay attention to the offensive line. Again, everything starts with that on this team. Everybody on the team knows it's experienced. There's NFL talent there. There's an ability to make plays in that ground game, and that opens it up for everybody else. Once we get to the point where Gus Malzahn as a play caller has an advantage, that's really hard for any defense. It doesn't matter the defense that UCF goes up against. Dillon Gabriel's accuracy makes up for many errors. Now let's see what Gus can do with that. One final tidbit, and I mentioned this several times coming into this season. Gus Malzahn is a guy that will take some chances with different types of plays, trick plays, some different, abbreviated plays. You might see something, guys going in different motions, something unique. First game of his tenure at UCF, there is no way in the world I'm going to predict that there's not at least one, if not 2, special plays in the game. Now, they may not be complete double reverse flea flickers, but they'll be unique. It could be a formational thing, something that a coach or a football nut like myself just really likes to look at, but it's still going to be very interesting. He's not going to just sit back and run basic plays against a quality defense in Boise State. So with that, one last thing, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be putting up a lot of content here on this YouTube channel, and the opportunities for UCF and this site to grow are going to be blessed through this site on YouTube as much as anything else. And then, of course, on the main site, Inside the Knights on Fan Nation. The two are going to be blended. You're going to see a lot. There'll be a lot of high school coverage, and there will also be opportunities to learn a little bit about some other college football teams, recruiting rankings, big games, etc. So please like and subscribe, and everybody have a great night. Thank you very much.